There's something about standing on the very edge. The very edge of something. Or maybe it's the last step before a big change. But it makes us feel everything a little bit more intensely. That moment when we realize, when we know that we are leaving something behind, that we are now stepping into something new. This energy today is meant to wake us up, to give us clarity, the insight, the final push perhaps that we need before we step forward into something different. So how do we move through this movement, this moment in time, with confidence before everything shifts? Join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We'll gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy. And it's my hopes that by the end of our time together, you have the tools, the knowledge, the wisdom to go forward with a confidence, with a clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your Daily Focus, February the 17th, 2025. So today we have the energy of the 17. The 17 is making the impossible possible. So yeah, we finally get that final nudge, that final push, that aha moment, that clarity comes in, that realization comes in on a day like today, where we see how we can go forward. 1 plus 7 is an 8 energy, and the 8 energy is all about growing our wealth, growing our prosperity. So this is a good time to look at our budgets, look at different ways of investing our money, making our money work for us in some way, creating new money streams, how to get that promotion, how to get that raise, how to go after that passion, that dream. And if we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 2 plus an 8 plus a 9. And that gives us a 19 energy. Now the 19 is us, okay? It's our energy, it's our ego, it's our accomplishments, it's our light, it's our self, who we show to the world. So the energy is all about us. So the focus should be on us, our path forward. Where do we want to step? Where do we want to grow? How do we improve on what we already have in place? How can we grow it? How can we enhance it? How can we allow our light to shine brighter? What should we do in order to do that? 1 plus 9 is a 10. 1 plus 9 is a 10. And that is about the wheel turning, the seasons changing. To envision new paths. To start to write the new chapters of your life. To understand what you truly want to bring in and make tangible in your world, in your reality. And there's also with the 10 always a hint of luck coming with it. But we do have to show up and we do have to do the work. 1 plus 0 is the 1 energy, and that is the independent. That is the I am. This is when we can be the trailblazer. This is when we can, see the horizon outstretched in front of us. Realizing its potential, all the possibilities, if we dare to. And we dare to under a 1 energy. Sun is in Aquarius, okay, final day, okay, so when the sun reaches the final degrees of Aquarius, it is standing at the threshold between two worlds, okay. This is a moment when the Aquarian energy is at its peak. It's bold, it's visionary, it's rebellious, it's future focused. And the sun is preparing itself to dissolve into the deep and intuitive waters of Pisces. And we start to absorb that Piscean energy going forward. Mercury's waiting for us over there. So is Saturn, actually. And what else? Neptune's there. Anyways, North Node's there. But usually, when it's the last degree, okay, there's a sense of urgency at the final degree of any sign, okay? It's like the energy is trying to make a last stand, wrapping up lessons or pushing one last breakthrough in before transitioning. So in Aquarius, we may see this manifest as a sudden aha moment, a clarity, a realization about the bigger picture. Maybe we start to see patterns or ways things come together like we didn't notice before. It could be a final push to break free from a restriction. Okay, we should all have this restless energy that is kind of craving a freedom, a change. Maybe we find a solution that's not so conventional. And Aquarius is about community, but Aquarius is also about individuality. So I think we have to, or we may find ourselves questioning exactly where we belong, and are we staying true to ourselves? But this is also a day, I mean, this is the final push. This is when innovative ideas surface, or flashes of insight, aha moments, epiphanies, eurekas. We could receive downloads on a day like today, an energy like today. Or we may have an urge to just do something very radically different. Like we just feel like this is our opportunity and we may miss it if we let it slip by. And the sun is preparing to step into Pisces. So the focus will begin to shift from mind to heart, and from logic to intuition, and from the collective to something that's deeply personal within our heart, within our soul. Things will start to blur into emotion and dreams and surrender. So this is a very powerful time to embrace change in our life, to trust the vision that's forming, to prepare to step into a kind of like a watery, more fluid, intuitive way of moving forward. So once again, we are being asked to talk more to that inner compass, that intuition, that gut feeling, and lean towards what that has to tell us over logic. Moon is in Libra for most of the day. And I think it's not until about 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The moon will move into Scorpio. I think I discussed that energy a little bit more in depth in the weekly energy shift video. So, basically how we will be seeking the truth. That we'll be looking for the black or the white, the yes or the no, the up or the down. That we step into being the mystic. So we really don't have any transits to talk about, so let's turn to the cards. I did want to mention, though, okay, in case you missed the weekly energy shifts video, that I also created and am releasing this amazing tool for you, okay? It's a tool for awareness, for empowerment, for growth, okay? We know that 2025 is a year like no other, okay? So as you move through this year, this complex roadmap, this day by day kind of unfolding, it'll be 120 pages minimum. Okay, PDF, very easy to read, very short, very sweet and to the point. But of course, we're covering 365 days. I'm going to take it to the end of February, or from the date to the date. So if I say on February the 20th that you get it, then it'll be till February 20th, 2026. Clear as mud, right? This booklet, and I'll give you instructions on how to really utilize it for the best way you can, okay? It will highlight key moments that align with your personal path. It'll provide you daily guidance. It will show you perhaps turning points and opportunities and challenges and themes specific to you. Comprehensive. It's your natal and your progressive chart blended together into one report. You can't get anything like this anywhere else. If you want to hear more about it, just email me. My email is in the description box, and say you want more information. I'll send you more information. If you watch the video and you want to take the next step, then email me and say you're ready for the next step, and give you a little bit of time. Oh my gosh. So it has been raining, and then freezing, and then snow, and then freezing rain, and hail, and sleet, and then we get this little bit of a rain again, and everything starts to melt, and then it freezes over, and the snow comes again. So if you could imagine snow on top. Anyways, so I went out yesterday. And whew, did I ever come down. I went to clean off the truck to get going, and did I ever come down. I had a patch of snow that wasn't really snow. It was really just pure ice, and down I went, and I bounced off the tailgate of the truck. Whew. So my shoulder, I'm not going to be holding the cards up very far. Okay. The rest of yesterday, I just took my pain pills and went to La La Land and got a lot of rest, and it did get rest, but I can't really move it yet. My knee is banged up. My hands got banged up. Oh my gosh. So anyways, but I can sit here and do these roadmaps for you. Okay. These giant yearly forecasts for you. So, and really, it would cost you hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to try and get all this information in one place. Okay, because it is very specific to you, to your natal chart, to your progressive chart, to this year's chart. And where are the big moments? And even at the end of it, that's broken down into, for the most, the strongest day of the year, the moment of the year for you, to the weakest. It'll list them all to transits. If you didn't read about it, you probably wouldn't even have noticed it going by, but it does help you with the day in, the day out. You can look ahead and see where you'll want to set up those meetings and those appointments, and those days where you want to pull back and just do the book work, and the days when you really need to get out there and socialize. And so it tells you on a day to, anyways, it's very comprehensive. It's an amazing deal. And I'm doing it because I love you and I want you to succeed. And I want to hear about your joys and your happinesses and your celebrations. So, yeah. So let's turn to the cards. So no, I didn't break anything. So that's a good thing. But bruised. My ego could have gotten really bruised there, but nobody was there to witness it. I could have laid there for hours. Oh my goodness. I'll have to get one of those little buzzers, right? I've fallen and I can't get up. Okay, we have the Empress here. Okay, how am I going to display this card? I didn't really think this in advance. Okay, I hope you can see it, because that's about as close as I'm going to be able to get it to the camera. I do apologize. It is the Empress. Our underlining energy is the Empress. This is about creativity, invention. This is about your intuition guiding the way. This is about birthing something new, something in our world. So really today, being the last moment of the Aquarian energy, is giving us that push, something that we have been really working towards for the last, 28 to 30 days, or longer, or maybe it's even shorter. Maybe you only made the goals a week or so ago, but this is a time to really allow your intuition, okay, to come into play. Now, with the Empress, she is one of our highest diplomats in the deck, so we'll be more diplomatic. We'll be able to apply logic to things as well, which is very important, because now we know that our heart and mind are working together on a day like today. So, and that makes sense, right? The Aquarian is more the mind, and Pisces is more the heart. So, sitting there in the final degrees, of course, we're going to have a mixture of the two working in harmony together to make this transition wonderful and beautiful for us. And she's one of our highest intuitives in the deck. So our intuition is very strong. And it is about, what do you want to give birth to? What do you want to step into? Where do you want to grow? We have the Moon card. I told you, 2025. We don't need the minor arcana in the decks because they just simply don't come out most of the time. The Moon card. The Moon card is here to tell us that we need to go in search of our passions, our dreams, our desires, and we need to walk a straight line, and we need to keep things in balance as we do this. But we are going forward, and there's something here about just following your gut and following your heart and following your instincts to where you are being led, and pay attention to what you're being led to. Okay, it could be like a story unfolding where one little thing that you see really doesn't add up to much, but when you put it together, that's where journaling really comes in, because it cements everything a little bit more in your mind. So when this happens on this day and this happens on that day, you can kind of make the connection a little bit closer, a little bit clearer. But it is about walking with a sense of balance. So this would be being truthful to ourselves, honoring our truth, honoring our values, honoring our passions, our dreams, and going in search of happiness and joy and love and laughter and everything else that goes with that. Okay, we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is partnerships. Four of Wands is marriage proposals. But the sense I'm getting out of this card as I'm pulling it lately is that this is a time of celebration when we are working in conjunction with others towards a common goal, that we need to celebrate it. But I think even if you are if you're walking towards something solo, although we never are, we usually have at least somebody supporting us or cheering us on. But even if it's something that's very private to you and you're walking it solo, it's a time to celebrate those little tiny steps, to not wait for those big moments to arrive, to not wait till everything is picture perfect. Maybe it's just the fact you got through the day. Maybe it's when you wake up in the morning, you realize you have a brand new day on which to make your dreams come true. And it only takes a moment. The shift of a moment in time sometimes. We need to show up every day. We need to be present. We need to be doing what we can do in order to further ourselves down the path. That way we catch up to the things that are flowing right at us, right? So celebrate those moments. Here we have four wands in the ground, a little bit of garland to make it look fancier. And it's not much. It's a far cry from any kind of castle that we'll be building. But it's the accomplishment that we got the four corners in. It's accomplishment that we made it this far. That we actually maybe finally took our thoughts and made them into actions. And celebrating those actions and what we created from those actions. The results that we have in this moment in time. So look for the little things in life to celebrate. The mundane little tiny moments. Or if you're working together towards something and you finally get something done, celebrate it. If you're writing a book and you got chapter 1, but that's all you have, is just the chapter 1. Celebrate it, because at least you made an action towards actually fulfilling your dreams. The next day you might write a paragraph. Celebrate that. You might write 5 pages. Celebrate that. You might get lost in time and just keep writing for hours on end. Definitely celebrate that. And when you need a day of rest, celebrate that you were smart enough and wise enough to know that with rest and recuperation, you can go right back to it again with full energy. So there's all kinds of things to celebrate. It's how we look at our life, how we interpret our life, and how we decide to react to the things in our world. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about, summoning in the things that we want in our life. This is a time to clear the way, clear the area, to clear in the spot where we want to bring this into being, to make it tangible in our world. So what are we doing today to entice it one step closer? That success one step closer. Maybe we brushed up our resume because we want to apply for a different job, something more aligned with our passions, our dreams, or our talents, and abilities. Maybe we are practicing that speech we're going to give the boss because we feel we are ready for that promotion. Or maybe you're out there and you're networking right now. You're going to some kind of networking thing to network with other people. Maybe the people that make the decision on whether or not you get the promotion. Maybe it's just like-minded people that have a certain interest that's the same as yours, and from that develop something great. Or you just like swapping stories and learning from them and teaching them? What are we doing in this moment in time to prepare the way for the new beginnings, the new starts? Maybe it's just clearing out a cupboard or the attic or the basement or a drawer. Maybe it's simplifying of what we truly need and value compared to all the stuff that we have. What is important? What is our priority list? Maybe we're looking at our finances and how we want to grow a budget. So where would we invest that money once it came in? Where would we make it go to work for us? Do we have a plan once we receive that money for exactly how we dole it out? So we're not broke at the end of the day, but actually that money is working for us and we're getting the things we want. Okay, we will go to Nature's Whispers, our beautiful oracle cards. My shoulder hurts so much. I still love my truck. I don't hold anything against my truck. A patch of ice, though. Oh my gosh. You know what? I found out, I don't know if you've ever fallen on ice before, but it doesn't have much give. Doesn't have much give. And I don't seem to have too much bounce, although I must have bounce. I must be made of steel because really the way I went down, something should be a little bit more hurt than it actually is. A day or two, I'll be great. 46, gratitude and appreciation. 4 plus 6 is a 10 energy. So we've already talked about the 10 energy. 1 plus 0 is 1. 46 is the way it comes in. So when we start to have gratitude for the things in our life, when we start to appreciate the things we have in our life or the people we have in our life, sometimes we don't appreciate what we have in front of us until it's too late. Most people can say that with their parents to some extent, right? All the knowledge they had, and you go through those teen years of knowing more than them. That's what I told all my kids. I'd set them down when they were about 13, and I said, listen, I'm about to get really dumb. You're going to know everything, and I'm just going to be stupid. And that's not going to go away until you're about 23 or 24. And then you're going to start to realize I do know something. But for a while there, you're just going to disagree with everything I got to say. So when they say something like, you don't even know what you're talking about, I say, see, it's happening. It's happening already. See? Okay. Gratitude and appreciation. Recognize the good qualities. Thought I heard something. Recognize the good qualities in others and openly share your gratitude with them. Write notes of thanks to those who have helped you. If someone deserves acknowledgement, take the time to let a superior or a colleague know that so that they receive the recognition they deserve. Nature is continually sharing its beauty for us to appreciate. Beholding a rainbow is a gift. And when we encounter a rainbow's beauty, it's the perfect time to be grateful for all the gifts in our lives. It's important to generate the positive flow of thankfulness that can bring joy into somebody else's life. And by doing so, you will not only decrease your stress, you will also generate the feeling of goodwill and love in your life. But it really does so much more. It really does. Okay, the animals. Okay. The animals. Come on. Come on, guys. Crawl on over here. Swim, fly, whatever you have to do. So yes, the astrological roadmap. You know, I'm doing it for a lousy $50 Canadian. Okay, that's like giving it away. Really, you try and get that anywhere else. Well, I don't even think you can get something like this anywhere else. It's kind of my own unique creation. Based on what everybody else does, I just blended it all together for you. And if you're from the US or you're from Europe, okay, just the exchange rate alone, you're saving like something like 40 to 50%. So, okay, we have, look at this, believe. Did anybody catch that? Okay, we got our unicorn here with gratitude and appreciation. And guess who shows up here is the unicorn believe. I can't stretch it out that far for long. Okay, let's go to the unicorn. Believe, magic, wish, unexpected. Believe in yourself, and there will come a day when others will have no choice but to believe with you. Unicorn tells you that sometimes you get so caught up in reality and the stresses of life that you forget that there is magic all around you, and especially within you. Remember to keep wishing and believing in those wishes. It's when you forget to wish, when you forget to believe, that you stop receiving. It may be little, it may be big, but surprises and unexpected gifts happen when you least expect them. Being open to unexpected turns in the road of life is an important part of your success. By letting go of some control and allowing yourself to ride through your life, unplanned but with vision, a dream, faith, and belief, the twists and turns may in fact lead you to the most wonderful of surprises. So isn't that true? So don't worry about it if they don't believe you now, okay? There'll come a day when they'll have no choice but to believe with you. So that one energy comes through as the independent. You don't need anybody's support. You don't need anybody's permission. If that is what you are being called to do, then you at least owe it to yourself to experiment, to dip your toe in the water, to research it a little, to at least imagine what it might look like if you gave yourself permission to step forward into your dream, into your destiny, into who you were always meant to be. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.